My fitness journey began when I was about 6 years old. Both of my sisters were in about junior high, and they would drag me into the living room and they'd say, "Christian, come work out with us." And I'd jump into a Taibo kickboxing workout video. So Billy Blanks is a kickboxing instructor, and he put together these total body aerobic videos, and they were absolutely amazing. I had so much fun and I was inspired. At the end of every workout, he would finish with an inspiring message. He would say, "In order to change, we must first love ourselves." That same message is what inspired me to help others. Today, I'm a dynamic group fitness instructor, a personal trainer, and I'm also a youth exercise specialist. I'm a high school varsity football coach, and I have the opportunity to work with tons of kids, instilling healthy eating habits and helping them get off their butt and just exercise. In this program, I'm gonna teach you how to really make those healthy habits last a lifetime. So today there's a youth obesity epidemic. 20% of students in high school are overweight or obese. 25% are spending more than 3 hours on the computer. 33% are watching so much TV. So what are we gonna do about it? The time to act is now. So obesity is having a BMI that is over the 85th percentile and less than the 95th percentile. What a normal weight is greater than the 5th percentile and less than the 85th percentile. So what's the cause of obesity? Well, number one, it's just really having poor eating habits. Kids are spending too much time eating fast food. Another one is watching those electronics, engaging in TV or video games. We call them screenagers. Another one is a consumption of high sweetened beverages like soda. Throughout the year, I work with over 10 to 20 students in my fitness programs. I call it Team Transformation. It's an opportunity for all the students in my program to succeed. Success is measured through continual physical, emotional, and psychological development. I want to make a program where students don't feel intimidated and they can come here and have fun, sweat, and feel better about physical exercise. Today's objectives are: one, to identify the youth and wellness needs of the children that we have. Two, to support our students and children and apply these models in a health club setting. Three, construct a roadmap that we can use in other health clubs. And four, identify the key components that make a fitness program successful. So what's the number one reason why we want to make an impact in our child's life? What is it? What does that look like? What are the top 3 values that define you as a person? Our fitness philosophy is the compass at which we use to instill those positive habits in our children's lives. They incorporate our values, our principles, as well as our beliefs. For the students to have a positive impact, they need support from us. They need support from the parents, themselves, and the community. Do you know your health club's mission statement? It is so important that our own fitness philosophy and mission statement is consistent with that of our health club. A mission statement is used to establish the values of a whole person and a responsible member of the community. To provide the education, leadership, and guidance in developing young, committed students, instill confidence in these students, and develop and maintain respect for their teammates, their coach, and their self. Some of the coaching responsibilities that we have is a duty to plan. We have to make a program that is custom tailored to fit the needs of your individual students. And I believe that this program that I'm outlining here is one that's going to be successful in health clubs across the United States. We start with a 5-minute dynamic warm-up. After that warm-up, we have a technique session. I teach them how to do a bodyweight push-up, or how to do a squat, how to do a deadlift, basic movements. After that, we go into a 20-minute circuit training portion. Once we finish the circuit training portion, we go into a relay rally or a game. We gotta make competition one of the core values of what it is that we do. After that, we go into a 5-minute cool down, and finally, we finish with a recognition or award segment. We have a duty to instruct properly. We've gotta make sure that these students are safe and we're not gonna get them hurt. We also have the duty to provide emergency care. We wanna make sure that we're CPR and first aid oriented. We have to make sure that these students are also covered by their own injury insurance. If something was to happen to them, it doesn't happen very often, but we want to make sure that they're covered. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. And that's the opportunity that we have to be a mentor, to provide adult perspective outside the parental control. So what do students look for in a teacher coach? The number one thing that students look for in a teacher coach is approachability. They want to feel like they can come up to you and you're not going to make them feel like you're dumb if you asked a question that wasn't a legitimate question. They also want somebody who's going to be confident, somebody who's going to support them, somebody who's going to motivate them, somebody who's just going to be there and provide personal concern, empathize with them. So the teacher, student, and coach relationship is a special relationship. I've outlined it here in this triangle. So you can see the students at the top and the parents and the coach are at the base of the triangle. And a constant communication is critical for this relationship to really be successful. We need to support each other and be in constant contact. For whatever reason, let's say if their student maybe didn't go to practice, we need to make sure that we're communicating at all times. So some of the other responsibilities that we have as a fitness professional is to be on time. We've got to make sure that we're there, we're present, we're not distracted, we're there. We also have to make sure that we're modeling sportsmanship at all times and reflecting a healthy lifestyle. So what's the significance of winning in a youth fitness program? Well, we also have a 5-minute relay rally in every one of our training sessions. So competition is at the core of what we do. Competition actually derives from the Latin root word competere, which means to seek together, to coincide. It means that where both opponents are viewed as co-collaborators. And it's something that's healthy for us. However, when success becomes the goal of coaching in a fitness program, it can take away from the joy that these students experience, and it results in unfair play of game. We have to win with merit and lose with dignity. This is a foundational teaching moment that these students are going to walk away for the rest of their life with. If you can react the same way when you win and when you lose, that's a great skill to have. We've got to make sure that these students, they know, hey, it's not always about winning. And when we do lose, that's okay. We're going to shake it off, but stay consistent throughout the whole time. We have to be self-aware as coaches because we're on stage all the time. They're always watching what we're doing. And a mentor gives adult perspective outside the parental control. So that's what we're doing. We're being mentors to them. We're providing that content outside the parental control. So how do students think about success? The way that a student chooses to view success is going to make a huge impact on their experience in this fitness program. How do you define success? What does it look like to you? The teacher coach is a critical aspect in the perception of what we instill in our students' minds. Is success defined in terms of winning and losing, or is it defined in terms of attitude and effort? Those are the two things that we can always control. Our attitude, how we feel, and our effort, how hard we worked. And how do we evaluate performance? Are we always boasting about the athletic kids? How is that going to make the unathletic kids feel? And what behaviors do we consider desirable? is encouraging our teammates, something that we look for in our students. How do we react when our team wins or loses? I know that this may not sound as important, but it makes the world difference to these students when they're not always the first people to be called on their team. The two things that we can always control are our attitude and our effort. The environment plays a huge role in how our students really get the most out of their experience. The coach sets the culture of the program. We are that foundation of what each and every time they step into the gym, what it's gonna feel like. We emphasize certain cues, expectations, and we encourage a particular way how our students are going to really enhance this experience, how they're gonna feel when they're with us. We are to ensure that all students feel successful and that we emphasize task involvement. We, as teacher coaches, must develop a developmentally sound environment where it's a learning first perspective. We don't want to compare other students to their performance. Psychological strategies for youth. What values are important to youth? Number one, peer acceptance. They want to be accepted by their peers. Number two, they want to be accepted by everybody in society. And number three, they want to perform well at school. Number four, they just want to have fun. So how can we overcome boredom in youth programs? Well, number one, I would say just hold sessions outside of the health club. Make it a fun day. Say, guys, today what we're gonna be doing, we're going to Sky High. We're gonna go to a trampoline place and we're gonna be playing dodgeball for 60 minutes. We can incorporate activities that are true with their values. We can emphasize the fear of boredom. And four, we can emphasize the commitment to making their experience fun. You know, just get creative. Some of the outcomes of team coaching are the promotion of learning, citizenship, sportsmanship, healthy lifestyle, and life skills. The promotion of learning. Students will gain a better understanding of how to apply skills in a real-life setting. Citizenship, just to be a good person, to be a good student, ask questions. Sportsmanship, how do they react when they win or lose? Healthy lifestyle, are these habits are gonna instill for the rest of their lives? And life skills, how to apply leadership, manage conflict, and personal growth into their everyday life. Every day, we either get better or we get worse, but we never stay the same. Nutrition. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but instruct his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. Thomas Edison said it best. Youth are currently spending more time away from home and more time eating fast food. Up to 40% of that fast food is empty calories. Fast food has only a few nutrients. It's not very nutrient dense, and it compromises their growth and development. Take your students to a grocery store trip. Teach them how to shop the perimeter and how to read food labels. Stress the importance of false advertising. Example, fat-free. The significance of team meals. We have to be proactive about how to teach our students how to eat well. We can always do more than what we get paid for. We can participate with our students in 5K run walks. We can have fun days, and we can attend motivational speaking events to really help our students get inspired, get fired up, want to do more, want to succeed. And we can also host dinners with award and recognition ceremonies. I recommend and encourage you to continue your professional educational development. Go to workshops, go to seminars, go to conferences, always learn more. Today, some of the objectives that we met were identifying those health and wellness needs of our youth. Identify the key components that make a youth athletic program successful. Construct that roadmap for individual student development and team success. apply an effective youth training model for health and wellness clubs, and lastly, to maximize success, we need to be an active partner in guiding our youth to a lifetime of fitness and character development.